Yeah, a quick slow start to a brand new team against a good team. You know, I mean, there's usually a purpose behind everything we do. Hofstra is an NCAA tournament team. They're a team that you're going to see as a 12, 13, 14 seed. That's how good they are. You know, guys that don't live in my world has no idea how tough they were going to be. We did. I was worried about this game because how good their guards were. Number 3, do you guys think he's pretty good? Well, you're going to think he's good after I say this. He scores 1,700 points in his career at NJIT before he transferred to Hofstra. He's already scored 1,700 points. Number 4, really good player at Oregon. Yeah, Coach Dana Altman recruited that kid, and he was a really good player at Oregon. Number, what's that kid's name? Iola, number 35, Arkansas. Played with Reggie Chaney at Arkansas. So think about that, their roster. Arkansas, good player. Oregon, good player. Coogs probably have his in the Hall of Fame at NJIT. Who was the other kid that hurt us? Cooks and Estrada, those two especially. Severio, he scored 13 points, but he took 20 shots. I think the thing that frustrated me the most is that I've got a brand new team. You know, everybody thinks you're better than you actually are until you see them. You see what I've seen the last month. You know, we're going to struggle until we find an identity. Now, we found an identity in the last 6 minutes. We didn't have one the first 34. Was I surprised at that? Of course not. You think this stuff is easy? It's hard to win a game. It is hard to win a game. It's hard to make the tournament. I got a list of about 100 coaches. You can go ask them how hard it is to make this tournament. I don't take anything for granted. Now, we put in a lot of work with this group. But at the end of the day, I put the 5 guys out there on the court that on November the 9th I trust. I trust J1. You know, the reason why he didn't play as much as he probably should have is because Fabian came back last year. The toughest guy on the floor tonight, without a doubt, was J1 Roberts. He's why we won. The other reason we won is Marcus's heart. But these 2 guys have been through the wars. You know, Boise State was a good team last year. That kid had 14 rebounds against them. So let's not act like tonight was some kind of apparition or something. I mean, he's a rebounder. He's a tough kid. Tough kid. Now, Marcus is probably trying to do a little bit too much, but it's not misguided. He's doing it because he wants to win. I know that. Now, he'll get better at that as we go, and we will too. This team's is going to be on an upward trajectory. Now, had we played a bad team tonight, won by 30, everybody would have run out here and start thinking we're better than we actually are. You know, so I'm glad we played a good team tonight. And first of all, I'm thankful to win, but I'm also thankful we struggled. And hats off to Coach Claxton and his team. I told him after the game, you know, be disappointed you lost, but don't be disappointed in your team's effort. They played hard. Now, we played harder than them the last 6 minutes. Our defense just went up another level. Our rebounding, we dominated the boards the last 6 minutes. But we didn't the first 10 minutes. They were up 11-2 on the boards. I know, because that damn scoreboard's right over there in front of me. I can see it. But, you know, we're running around trying to figure roles out. You know, when Tremont went out, you know, it would be nice to bring Taze and Jamal off the bench. You know, start Tremont. Now you got Tremont and Marcus and J1 and Fabian and Reggie. So you got all veterans out there. But without Tremont, now you got brand new guys. I don't care what they did at another school. That's irrelevant. It's nothing to do with what we're doing here. It'd be like Marcus transferring to another school. You know, they're not going to let him play at that school like we let him play here. So he's going to have to adjust. It's going to take him a while to adjust, but he would, and he will. Well, not will, he would. So good game for us all the way around. The struggles were good. The not making free throws, missing point blank putbacks. Actually, the execution was pretty good, especially out of timeouts. We got a lot of really good looks, but just didn't make anything. And so our job on the sideline was find the right five, find the right mix. And that the group that was out there to start the game wasn't the right mix tonight, but they'll get better. Jaywan Roberts is a freshman. Jamal Shedd is a freshman. Taze and Kyle were playing our first games ever for the Cougars, and so was Josh. So in a lot of ways it was encouraging, and it's going to be great film study and a lot of great teaching moments from tonight.
Next question, Jay.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about how you felt like your team found that identity in the 6-minute mark. What does the fight, showing that fight in game one, say about this team and just what's to come?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, James, because we don't have a syringe that's that we can inject into them. They have to find it themselves. Justin Gorham, it's one of those nights where his toughness and rebounding would have been there from the get-go. But Justin was in his third year with us. These guys you can't compare these guys. Deshaun was in his third year with us. Bryson, 5th year, 3rd year for us. Now look at these guys. First game, first year. So you can't compare when somebody finishes and when somebody starts. Now, after 3 years, of course that's not going to happen because those guys won't be here. But 3 years from now, you compare these guys to that team. That's how far advanced that team was. There's a reason they went to the Final Four. This isn't a Final Four team right now. They were close to it. So, I always get a kick out of people say we'll go back to the Final Four. Let me see now. We went once in 37 years. So I'm assuming that thing's hard to do. But all I care about is can't wait to go home tonight, watch this film, and figure out how we can get these guys more comfortable faster. This is going to be a really tough game we got coming up Friday night. Because every team we play, you saw the ceremony before the game. Don't think that wasn't fuel for the other team. We're opening up a banner, and half our team wasn't even here for it. These guys weren't on that Final Four team. This wasn't the Final Four team. That team's gone. It's like Phi Slamma Jamma. They weren't but one Phi Slamma Jamma. They weren't but one of our teams last year. Everybody deserves a chance to create and establish their own identity. And there is no doubt this team will, because that's what we do here, establish culture. But it's not easy to do. If it wasn't, everybody would have one. But, I'm a hard-nosed, hard-headed, stubborn old cuss. And I usually win those battles.